Hey, it's David Pingree. We're out here at Glen Helen for Yamaha's introduction of the 2017 YZ250F. They've made some changes to this thing for this year, basically focused around the engine and chassis. We'll cover some of those changes and get this thing out on the track to check it out. Got the full national track pretty much today, all prepped up and ready to go, so it'll be a great test for us. New for 2017 are new cylinder head ports with straighter intake, higher lift camshafts, new valve springs, connecting rod, air funnel, throttle body joint, head pipe, and ECU calibration. And all of those are geared towards making more mid to top power from about 7,000 RPM to 14,000 RPM. There's also a new bushing on the shift arm in the engine case, a new actuator arm angle and length, new shift cam grooves, and first, second, third, and fifth gear updates have all been implemented for smoother clutch and shifting performance. The 2017 YZ250F has a new main frame, new engine mounts, fork tube rigidity, and new suspension settings. That's all geared towards improved stability, cornering, and traction. And then just like the 450, the 250F gets the recessed Zeus fastener mountings on the air filter cover, just to protect those a little bit. There's also new foot peg position and new rear disc brake material for more durability. Alright guys, so the 2016 bike was a great motorcycle, and I would have expected Yamaha to just kind of coast with that for a couple of years, make minor tweaks, and they really didn't do that, to their credit. This bike has quite a few significant changes to the frame and to the engine, and they're noticeable. I was concerned when they made the changes to the motor we might lose some of the bottom end. This bike always really picked up nicely out of turns. And when they told me they were increasing all the RPMs up high and the power up there, I thought it might lose a little. Not noticeable if that was the case. The engine just feels like it revs farther. It still pulls super strong out of turns. Just a really great broad power band. We obviously have the whole Mount St. Helens Hill here today, so you really get an idea of what it does under a load. Around the whole Talladega turn, you're kind of revved out, so it really lets you feel the motor and sort of see what it was capable of, and it's very, very strong. So I think they took what was arguably the best engine package already and improved it pretty dramatically. As far as the other changes, the Zeus Fast, I never had a problem catching these. I had heard that was a big issue, so I didn't feel them this year either, not at all. They're completely flush with the tank here, so that's not going to be a problem anymore. As far as handling goes with the chassis and stuff, the bike feels really nimble. In the air, it'll move around anywhere you want it to go. It's really nice that way. I was having a little bit, the track's very, very deep. To Glen Helen and Yamaha's credit, they prepped this thing like a national today. So a lot of times when I'd get off the gas, the front end wanted to drop in. I was having a hard time telling if that was just deep dirt or if I was too soft in the front. They started me at 100 millimeters of sag, and we talked about maybe adding a little bit more sag to get it to balance out, or dropping the forks down in the clamps, or stiffening the forks, or adding some high-speed compression in the rear. We went ahead and did that. We opened it up a half turn in the high-speed compression in the back, which let my back end squat down a little bit. That gave me a more balanced feel. I was still getting a little of it. I think my next move would be to go to just a couple clicks stiffer in the front, see what that does. Anyway, it was a minor balance issue, and I think some of it had to do with just being so deep. But the bike wants to turn really, really well. You can carve this thing, you can put it around a turn, it'll rail. So from what I can tell here at Glen Helen today, the changes they made are good, are positive. There's nothing negative about it that I didn't like. So awesome motorcycle, made even better. Check it out at your local Yamaha dealer, hitting floors soon. And thank you for watching.